Howdy folks, Laxo here. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to be watching a video together. This is actually recorded from my phone. I didn't really feel like putting audio in, so I just clicked screen record and let it go. Actually, you guys can't see the bottom. What this is if you look down here at the bottom corner, you will see that this is the last 5-10 minutes. Yeah, 6 minutes. This is the last 6 minutes of World Championship, and just to let everybody get an idea of exactly all the shenanigans and everything that goes on during the last few minutes of World Championship. But yeah, this is pretty much just going to be me talking over and watching this entire thing. I'll probably stop talking soon and just let it play out for the last, I think it's like 20 minutes or something. I might pause the video and record and whatnot, but so what I do here, and I do actually want to go over what my strategy is here, is usually what I do is I look at people's teams, and this goes for when I get to the top, like I am now. I do like to click and see people's defensive team comps and check out what they run. So if I do actually try, as you can see, I'm not really trying at the moment. I'm just kind of clicking auto fight. I'm not really swapping around my teams or doing any kind of strategy or anything like that. Just too much going on for me to try and strategically, place my attacks and stuff like that. But as you can see, what I am doing is I am actually looking at people's team comps, checking out their power for a couple of their teams, checking out their, if you look right here, this is their actual power for the team comps. As you can see, this guy right here, this cheater right here, he actually has more power than me on his defensive team comp than I have on my offensive team comp. So you can get a rough idea of, what competition you should be looking for. And, on like my free-to-play account, for example, I can attack people with up to like 50%, 75% more power than me, and still win, just because I strategically look at, 4 of the 7 teams or 3 of the 5 teams, and I say, okay, I want to win these 3, so I kind of build my teams around certain fights. That is how I was actually on my free-to-play account. Shoot, I'm going to pull up the Discord here. I did actually, here, let's do this real quick. Let's do this. Alright, sorry about that. So I did manage to, let's pull this up real quick. This was 487, but then I ended up getting to, let's see, 200 and something. Alright, let's continue playing here. So I did manage to get up to 200 and something. This is 296. For some reason there's some like graphical glitches going on right here. And then at the very end I ended up managing to push up to 247 here. Let's pull this over a little bit. There you go. I ended up managing to get to 247 before I ended up stopping pushing and just let it go. But yeah, that's my free-to-play account. Not bad for only being around for, let's see, I started probably in like November-ish or something of 2022? No. Let's see here. I forgot. You'll have to go look at my videos of when I started my account. But yeah, not bad. I only have 7 point some mil account power, so not very much, but enough. But yeah, so I totally lost track of everything I was thinking about. But yeah, so what I'm doing here is, again, I'm just looking at people's team comps and getting idea of what people like to run, so I can think of pretty much counters and whatnot to them. Um, Obviously, on some of these battles, I wasn't really trying to win. I was just more so um, trying to look at what they had, you know. But as you can see here, I think there's probably, what, a minute, less than that, maybe like 30 seconds left in the World Championship. So I'm kind of just throwing out a couple attacks, you know, testing the water, see where I can place. And I didn't really want to attack any of my friends at the top, but yeah, I thought it would just be a little bit of fun. 25 seconds down here at the bottom, in case you guys couldn't see, it was 25 seconds. So I'm probably just going to hit fast forward and then get one more attack in just for fun. But yeah, this is pretty much, 10 seconds left. So this is pretty much how I, you know, do my battles. And then, of course, I always do a last-second attack, you know, just near the top to see what happens. This battle, I actually thought I was going to lose this. Honestly, or obviously, if I were to actually try in some of these attacks, if I were to try in some of these attacks, I probably could have, you know, gotten in the top 5. But near the end, I wasn't really aiming for anybody. I was more so concentrated on what was going on in my day. And then at the last minute, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna record this just for fun. I think I probably recorded something like this, probably a few, maybe like 3 or 4 World Championships ago, 4 or 5 World Championships ago. Yeah, but if you guys were curious as to what my team comps were, you guys can see them here. I think I scrolled through them a couple times, but as I've said, I'll say again, this is just me looking at people's account powers and their team powers, what kind of team comps they're running, how I can come up with counters, this and that. And honestly, some of the team comps at the very top were concerning to me, to say the least. Yeah, some of the people up there. Then again, I went up against, or I saw, you know, Geen, some of his team comps, and I was just like I wasn't really that impressed. But then again, I hate to say it, but when I think I just saw somebody say I sniped the top 10 right there. Yeah. Then again, when you have, you know, 7-star units across the board, all you have to do is place the units in the right places that give damage reduction to your entire team, and you can totally get away with not running a soul haul whatsoever. Like, you don't need a soul haul if your damage reduction on all your units, and you have not to mention you have all your characters maxed out, you have their talents maxed out, you have good rolls on their hones, you know, you're rocking 75%, 80%, 90% damage reduction on all your units across the board. Like, you could totally get away with not running a soul haul and be perfectly fine. I have seen a couple people in my World Championship, I'm sorry, not the World Championship, the Kenpachi contest. I have seen a couple people in Kenpachi contest not run soul hauls at all, which, again, as I was saying, you can totally get away with that stuff. And I think I will do a video here in the future, probably in the next couple days. I'll be going over other people's team comps and just critiquing them. Obviously, I didn't really get too many attacks in to do critiques on. Yeah, I've been kind of slacking on that, but I did want to go over some of the top team comps. You guys saw me looking at all their team comps earlier. I do stuff like this just so I can go back and have footage to look back on and see what they're running. So expect a little bit of critiquing in the future, and you know, I'm just gonna go like, you know, no holds barred, just have a little bit of fun with it, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Nothing crazy. I don't, you know, I don't plan anything. I don't try and get anything, you know, don't try and do any super, uh, you know, hate teams or aggro teams or counter teams or anything like that. I just kind of throw my teams out because this is kind of the way I feel, you know, World Championship, especially at a game like this, should be ran. It shouldn't be just, it shouldn't be try and counter a team comp and, you know, put a team comp in there and, you know, free for all, have a million attacks, have as much fun as you want. I feel like it should be completely randomized, and it should be random teams up against random teams, and if you're lucky enough at the roll of the dice, then hey, you have a team counter, you win. Good for you, good job. But obviously that's not the case, and you can sit there and try and counter people, which is cool. I understand, you know. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's a good test of who has a better team comp. I'm sorry, I feel like it would be a test of who has an overall, you know, better team comps. Yeah. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Am I crazy? Should it be the way it is, or should it be a little more randomized? Because I'm kind of on the fence about it should be a little bit more randomized. Yeah, I think it would make it a little more easier, and it's not so. I mean, this is countering my play. What I'm saying to you guys. This is completely countering what I'm saying, because I'm happy I place in the, you know, the top 5, top 10 every whatever world championship, but at the same time, I feel like if you just take everybody, let's just say everybody in the entire game, okay? Everybody that has an account in this game, you take them, and then you just set up a bracket where you randomize the brackets, and then you throw them out there or something. Because I still want to see some of these other guys that, you know, don't play the game anymore, that have really strong accounts, like Mass, for example, Mass X. I want to see him actually in the World Championship, and of course he's quit the game, unfortunately. But you know, there are other people too that have other accounts that have quit, unfortunately, as well. And like for example, I think we were talking about Peace earlier. You know, he wasn't really around during the World Championship, but you better believe he would have got, you know, top 20, top 50 if he was around. But in the way the game is set up, it's whoever is on last and whoever can throw just endless team comps out there, regardless of the fact you're going to get a win eventually. You know, it's only a matter of time. If I threw out 100 battles versus Gin, I'd probably beat him at least once, you know. And if that last once comes up, the last battle I throw out, then hey, I snipe and I win. But I don't feel like it would be a good enough. I don't know. I kind of feel like it should be who overall is better, not who's lucky. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let's see here. What do we got? Probably like 5 minutes left. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to do some critique videos of other teams. It's going to be pretty... It's not going to be like super for the new people, it's not going to be super new person friendly, because there are going to be a lot of characters, really strong characters that you don't get till later in the game, going up against other characters that are really strong and late in the game. But you guys will get a good sense of what a good team looks like and what you could and should be running. Like if I'm critiquing a team and there you have, 5 of the 6 units, you could probably get away with running that team comp and, running a lesser character or something like that in it. So, yeah. It could benefit everybody. I did do a video going over my free-to-play account. I think I went over the team comps I ran on that account probably 3 or 4 videos ago. I went over those teams. I think I might have actually built those teams fresh. But yeah. Not bad for placing where it did. I'm happy. I actually, now that I think about it, I don't think a single person in my server 840 actually placed or even got into the Grandmasters, because I didn't see a single 840 or server 840 person in there. Yeah. But yeah, as you can see, a couple of these team comps that he's running aren't even, they don't even have soul halls in them. Because he doesn't need soul halls in them, If you're running 3 decent, if you're running like 2 bird, 2 tiger, 2 dragon, you can get away with that. As opposed to actually running a main unit that gives you the 40% damage reduction from the soul hall. One thing I was struggling on here was trying to scroll up a little bit. I just thought it was kind of funny. This is the pain of playing on a phone sometimes, is the scrolling is just horrendous. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. I got like a couple minutes left, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stop it there. Let's actually change the screen here for a sec. There you go. Let's go with that. All right. Also, I noticed that a lot of these people didn't have war souls on all the characters. I mean, I'm not perfect either. I wasn't running war souls because I could be more invested. I definitely could be more invested in World Championship, but I'm not really super invested. I don't go to, I don't really go try hard, is what I'm trying to say. I kind of just play it to have fun. Especially, oh my gosh, the pain is running 2 accounts in this game. Like, ugh. I don't know how some people run like 3, 4, 5 accounts. I am struggling like crazy to run 2. I just want to, like, give up. Like, just stop playing, because it's so rough sometimes running multiple accounts in this game. Yeah, I see that I'm spamming war souls, because look at this dude. He has like 10 characters without a single war soul on them. Look at this, dude. I think I like 6-1'd him, and I think it could have been a 7-0 him earlier. I wonder why he wasn't running a single war soul, or I'm sorry, he wasn't running war souls on all of his characters. Like, look at this guy here. Look at this clown. Try hard. Running all these war souls on all of his characters. Evil trio. What a clown. But anyways, you guys, I decided to cut the video right there at that point. So if you did enjoy this content, feel free to hit that like, subscribe button. I would appreciate it. If you want to join my Discord, link will be in the description as usual. Again, I will be having more videos coming out. I will probably be doing the team critiquing videos that I was talking about earlier. That is definitely next on the agenda. I have a couple other things coming out that you guys can look forward to. But that is all I got for now. So, guess I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Peace.